Hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher, and for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction. We're diving back into The Love You Give Me. We're diving into episode 23. Episode 22 gave us a lot of insight on Min Hui and just some of the struggles that she's gone through, especially with the he's not the CEO yet, but he's not the president. The Guangzhou company guy. I can never remember his name. Sometimes I can, most times I can't. But with him attempting to assault her back in the day, and then again in present day, and both times she kicked his ass. And love to see her. Again, I love a strong, independent woman. Love a strong woman who can take care of herself, and I love a strong, kick-ass woman. So I love that she has been able to fight him off the way she has been. I wish she didn't have to, but I'm glad that she had the ability to. And yeah, it just gave a whole different level of perspective and respect to her character and just the way that she's gone through life these last 5 years. And with Chen Shan raising him by herself, it's just really admirable. So we're going to dive into this episode and see where it takes us. Okay, so it seems like we are gearing up. We're making our way towards the final countdown for the last couple episodes and just really wrapping up this storyline. I'm glad to see Min Hui and Jinxi finally get back together, and I don't imagine that there's going to be anything else that's going to come up in the last 5 episodes or so that's going to split them up. Like, there was that midway through the season when they started to get back together, and then they had that whole argument and ended up breaking up and all this kind of stuff. But I don't think that there's anything like that that's going to happen now. So I think it should be relatively smooth sailing for their relationship, and the rest of their story arc will, just be them continuing to get used to living life as a family again. Obviously the whole acquisition of Be Agile, trying to raise the funds for that. Hopefully they'll be able to win. And all that kind of stuff. So I feel like that's where a lot of their focus is going to be now on. Miss Cow and I don't know, Zhu Jun. I was like, I don't know why I can't remember his name. They've been good for a while, and I imagine they're going to continue to be good, have a good little relationship, and they'll be cute and adorable. And Dr. Zhao is trying. He is trying to get her attention. He's trying so hard, and I'm imagining sometime in like the next 2 episodes, she'll finally ease up on him and like, okay, I'll let you try and court me. I will let you try and woo me. We can try going on dates, this and that, the other. Because she's when she first dismissed him, I can understand why she was upset. And then as the last few episodes have gone on, every time he keeps trying to approach her, he keeps trying to explain that it was a misunderstanding, and he really likes her, blah 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 blah. And you can see whenever she's not looking at him that she's got this smile on her face. She's like, oh, he's making an effort, I love it. And then when he disappeared after trying to make an effort because he's a doctor, he's on call and he got paged, she seemed sad and disappointed. So like, she wants him to make the effort. She wants to see that he genuinely has a vested interest in her, which I get, makes sense. But she's playing this long, hard to get game. And I'm like, baby, you keep playing hard to get, he's going to stop trying to get you. Like, people are only so patient and willing to try and woo other people before they have to just give up and move on with life. So don't play hard to get too long, baby girl. I know she's not going to, because they're the third of the main ships that they're in the opening credits of the series. So like, yeah, they're going to be together in the end. But just in life, playing hard to get is fun. It's cute, in the beginning, but don't play hard to get too long, because then people ain't gonna want to try and get you anymore. I found it interesting the conversation Jinxie was having with was it Kiran, the Guangzhou executive, the conversation they were having in the hospital. I found it interesting because at first Jinxie looked like he was going there to, more or less not intimidate him, but let him know, hey, this is the case. And then he wanted to start talking about, I'm going to push charges on her, this, that, the other. You want to be my witness or whatever? And like, I felt like the conversation was going to stay in that sort of realm of like, oh, well, I can outmaneuver you, blah, 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 and, we're going to take you down. But then once Minhui got there, it veered into a very interesting place that I wasn't expecting it to, with Kieran basically being like, so how did you woo her? Was it money? Was it your projects? Blah, 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 blah. And then they were just sitting there talking like, not necessarily like friends, but they were talking like almost what I would imagine Jinxie and Dr. Zhao talking episodes and episodes and episodes ago, back when they were both vying for Minhui's attention. Like two men on opposite sides trying to get this one woman, but having like a civil, mature conversation about it, which I'm like, this is interesting because Kieran stands no chance. I don't know how we got here, why we're talking about this so gently, and like, yes, I made, don't you ever feel like she's using you for your money? I did, and it was the worst mistake I made in my life, and I hurt her so deeply, this, that, and the other. I'm like, this man don't need to know this. This man don't need to know your business. He can say whatever he needs to say. You don't need to entertain this conversation. Just let him know that if he decides to try and act up and talk about, I'm going to sue her, blah, 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 we're going to fight him off. We're going to take it out. Or even better, like he did towards the end. Or I'll just put this shit on the internet because I know how your wife thinks. I know how she can get, and I know how your father-in-law will be if he finds out this information. That's why we all know about your mistress. Like, it ain't no secret. So maybe I'll put something on the internet if you don't behave. But yeah, it was an interesting direction the conversation took. I didn't dislike it because, if anything, Minhui was able to overhear it and finally realize that Jinxie is speaking truth when he's trying to tell her that he loves her. He's not just trying to, make up with her for whatever reason. Like, he genuinely loves and cares about her and is willing to fight for her. And now they're together. They're happy. They're making out every 30 seconds. And yeah. So we'll have to wait and see where the next episode takes us. I assume there's going to be more development on the company acquisition, more development with Guangzhou. I'm looking at like just the last 8 set of episodes here on Vicky, and episode 27, Guangzhou's mistress is in the thumbnail for the episode, so I'm assuming she's going to come up and play some important role in some way, shape, or form, whether that's to reopen the case about Minhui's assault from 5 years ago, or whether it's to finally air out the dirty laundry that she's been this mistress the whole time with Kiran. Like, don't know, but I imagine there's going to be more developments in that. And yeah, so I'm excited to see. So I'm going to dive into the next episode and just see where it takes us. But I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications to be notified when all of my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments. I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you. Mwah.
Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. Stranded here, stranded here, stranded. Now we're together, there's nothing